Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video about trend lines and how we can use trend lines to analyze the market. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So let's go to a fresh page. This is our fresh page. We are basically looking at Nifty 50. I will be doing trend lines on indices and then I'll go on to some few stocks. I will not want to comment too much about stocks, but on indices I can comment, or at least that's the way I want to go about it. So there are only two simple tools that we will be using over here. As you can see, I have marked the ray and the horizontal line, and I have them on my screen because I have made them as part of my shortcut. So this is the ray tool. I'm showing to you again. The ray tool and the horizontal line I keep handy, and then we start with our trend lines. Okay, choose any color that you want. I think mine is whitish or bluish, I can't remember. Alright, I'm not using any indicators. We are on the monthly time frame. The idea is to zoom in from monthly and then go as low as possible to get clarity on what we should be feeling or planning in the market. Alright, so let's start using the ray. This is the ray tool, and the first thing that we'll do is go to the lowest point and draw a trend line. Okay, so this is the way the trend line looks. You can see it's got one point over here at the bottom, and this line is touching these points and going up. So this is the trend line when it comes to the monthly frame. In my view, we'll go down to from monthly, we'll go down to weekly now. On weekly, things look like this. There is a trend line over here, but that was already broken. I can draw it and show you. It's no use drawing that now because it's already gone below that. Alright, so the next trend line that we will draw is this slope over here. We will click over here and draw this trend line. 2 touch points. We will further zoom in on the 4-hour time frame to see if the trend line is correct. It needs some adjustments, so we'll make those adjustments. This is basically the trend line looking at 4-hour time frame. We have zoomed in from daily, monthly to daily to now 4 hours, and we are trying to adjust the time frames. So on 4 hours we can see that there's already a breakout happening in Nifty, right? I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, so I'll not comment on that, but we can see on the 4-hour time frame there's a breakout happening. We can also draw one more trend line over here. From this bottom we can take another trend line like this on the 4-hour time frame. It gives us another bottom. If things go south, then how things can go. So this will look something like this. Alright, okay, I hope you can see what I'm doing on the screen, so I'll make this come on the center. I just drew this trend line over here. These are the support levels it has currently taken for this upstream upward movement that is going. Now from 4-hour we'll go into 1-hour format, and on the 1-hour format we can see over here that there's another trend line that we can draw, which is starting somewhere over here and taking this very steep. In fact, that will not be the trend line, that's another trend over here. This and this point it's taking, and then there's another one happening very steep over here. Very steep. This is the dangerous one. Alright, this is just too steep for my liking. Let's draw it like this, and we'll further zoom into the 30 minutes time frame to see whether we are drawing that line correctly. So we'll get the touch points right. There you go. This is so steep that in fact even this further, if you go into 15 minutes, you'll find that even that is not enough. It makes it more steep from here. Again it becomes more steep. Alright, it looks something like this, and I'll probably leave the charts on 15 or 30 minutes. So this is my view on Nifty. I'm not comfortable with this very steep up move. And when I use something like maybe a 30 minutes time frame, and use a Fibonacci. I'm just going to use a Fibonacci. So this is the 50% mark you see exactly over here. I think a retracement is now going to come. I may be wrong, but that's my view. If I'm going long, I will probably not go long with a big lot size. But if I'm going short, I'll probably go with a slightly higher lot size, because at this stage I'm more comfortable going short. I'm very uncomfortable looking at this very steep climb, but you know the markets, it can continue doing stupid things for a very long time. It can be irrational for longer than you can be solvent. So don't go with my views. I'm just telling you how to draw trend lines, move from monthly to weekly to daily to 4 hours, then to half an hour, from 4 hours to 1 hour, 1 hour to 30 minutes, 30 minutes to 15 minutes, and you probably can go down to even 5 minutes if you so desire. But I'm going to keep it at, I think the last we went to is 15 minutes. I don't want to go to 5 minutes because it's more or less the same in 5 minutes also. I don't see any major difference. I'll save this chart, okay? I've called this sheet the trend line session. Okay, so this is the story of Nifty. Let's quickly go into Midcap and see what's the story with Midcap. So Midcap again, I'll get rid of my existing lines and I'll go to the monthly format. Midcap looks like this. I'll take this as the lowest point, and this was the steep climb it made. Let me just get that right. This is the steep climb that Midcap initially made. We can further clean it up once we go to daily. So from monthly, let's go to weekly and see how that trend line is doing. It's pretty much good. This breakdown had to happen. It happened. So if you had drawn this trend line, you would have been ready for this breakdown. All right. Right now that this breakdown has happened, let's look at things on the daily or shift between. We need to draw another trend line from this to this. So this is another trend line in Midcap. We are on the weekly format. We'll further filter it down once we come to daily. So let's go to now daily and see whether that line is looking correct. We need to make sure that the touch points are right. So you can see over here even Midcap has given a breakout from this point. So quite interesting. Nifty and Midcap both are showing a breakout actually. On the 4-hour chart it looks like this. Again, just like in Nifty, we'll draw this this line over here as a base for the current trend, and then go to the hourly format. Pretty much looks okay. We'll just adjust this base and make it a little more accurate. Then go on to the 30 minutes, and this is the steep rise that I'm not comfortable with. I'll make it like this. You can see the touch points are just correct. Touch points are just right over here. You can see how well first, second, they're both connecting so well. We'll go to the 15 minutes post that, and actually at this point of time no further trend line is required. My view of Midcap also is the same. I think this also will probably head down from here, but I can be totally wrong, and my views can be absolutely 100% wrong. Alright, but I think that there will be a retracement. But even if I have to go long, I'll go long probably with a small lot size. I will not try to risk too much at this point of time going long with big volumes. Alright, that is out of the question for me. And I'm only commenting on indices. I will refrain from commenting on stocks. So if you want to go ahead, we'll do this with Bank Nifty as well. So this is Bank Nifty. I'll get rid of my existing drawing. Sometimes I use this as you can see over here, I've got this ray and this horizontal line. So somewhere where I find is a good support or resistance level, I manually draw that line. For some reason I've drawn that line over here. Maybe for me, when I was drawing these charts earlier, maybe this is the point of drop from which I think that a bigger drop can happen. So this is a support for me at this stage, but we'll do all of this again. So remove 7 drawings. Okay, we are back to a clean slate. We'll again go to the monthly. So this is Nifty Bank monthly. And actually, it's no use going to individual stock charts. I will just explain Nifty, Bank Nifty, Nifty, Midcap I've already done, Bank Nifty and Fin Nifty. You can apply the same logic to even stocks. Alright, let's look at this. Okay, so this is the Bank Nifty monthly trend line. You can see the touch points are just correct. Yep, touch points are looking correct. This is the weekly. As you can see, this breakdown happened, and right now we have made a beautiful W. If you have noticed, it's a lovely W in Bank Nifty, and Bank Nifty is in the value zone. So if any indice can further go up, it's got to be Bank Nifty. Now this Bank Nifty also on the weekly time frame, we can draw a further trend line like this. Again, when we draw this trend line, we see that it has given a breakout, a strong breakout. Look at the size of that weekly candle. From weekly, now let's go on to daily. On daily, it looks like this. We will need to readjust this trend line a little bit. Actually, even here is right, so we'll keep it like this, something like this. Okay, yeah, let's keep it like that. So from daily, now let's go on to 4 hours. I'm really very uncomfortable with this steep climb. So from 4 hours, it looks like this. This is I'll draw 2 trend lines over here. One is this base. So for the current uptrend, this will be the base. If this cracks, then it can go to lower low. And I'll go to the hourly format now and draw a trend line for this steep move that we are noticing. If I refresh it, you will see how steep this is. This is a very steep climb. I'm not very comfortable with this. The last 1 week, indices have done nothing but climb. Maybe the FIs are turning buyers. So for whatever reason the market is going up, we should not apply our brains and think too much why the market is going up. A sensible thinking man will not do very well in the stock market. All right. Generally, we are told that we should not have herd mentality, and if 10 people are running, we should not follow them. We should stop and ask, why are they running? In the stock market, it's opposite. The dumb guy will make more money because the dumb guy will trade what he sees and not apply his brain. And an intelligent guy will start applying his brains and logic, and he'll lose that opportunity. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make you dumb from intelligent. I'm just telling you that's the way the markets work. The herd mentality works in the market, all right, which is generally what intelligent people would not agree to, and they would not want to be part of. But so is life, and so are the markets. When everybody runs in one direction, you're also better off running in that direction, other than challenging why people are running in that direction and all of that. So if you now think that this market 100% will fall from here, and you're going to short some big volume, market can surprise you. It can go further up. That's the only point I'm trying to make. All right, so trade what you see, not what you think. So this line is looking very steep. My logical thinking mind tells me that this is not sustainable, and even if it has to go up further, it'll probably go into a retracement from here. But you don't know. It can go straight up. And for another week, it can probably go straight up. We don't know. But these are my point of view. I'll come down to 30 minutes. Maybe even 15 minutes. I don't want to draw any further lines, though I can actually if I want. There is another trend line over here. Alright, but I don't think I'll go so deep down into mid-cap, and yeah, just leave it at that. So 15 minutes I've done another trend line, and I'll leave it at this. Let that trend line be. Alright, so this is the 15-minute trend line. On 30 it looks a little off. Hold on, let me try and adjust it. It's actually right, but on 30 minutes time frame is looking a little off. So I'll try and adjust it. There you go. So let's leave it at that. I'll leave the chart on the 30 minutes time frame, reset chart layout, and I'll leave it at that, not apply my brains any further. I think this is a very strong support area. If this 49,800 breaks, now we need to start being careful. I'll use the horizontal line over here, and I'll draw a line. I'll say make this yellow and make this a dashed line, and I'll give it a physical number marking. It's at 47,797. Instead of that, I'll give it around 49,800, and that's it. For me, this is a support line. If Bank Nifty breaks this, then shorting opportunities may emerge. That's the thought I hold as of this point of time. Now let's do the last index. We will do the Nifty. You can see over here this trend line, people would have thought it's going to go down, but it again went up. So that's how the market can surprise you. You see, it starts going on a rally and then it starts showing weakness over here, and people would have thought this trend line is broken and it will fall, but it does not fall. It further goes up, taking out the shorts. Last 1 week, anybody would have shorted would have lost money. Market has trapped the shorters very badly. But anyways, let's get rid of all the drawings and we will start from scratch in this also. So this is the monthly view of Nifty. We'll use our ray indicator and draw the first trend line. The first trend line will look something like this. Let's keep it at that. So this looks simple. Weekly, we'll go to weekly. Not much to see in weekly. We'll go to daily. In daily time frame, we can clearly see that this trend has been broken and then it has given a breakout. Correct? I hope you guys will agree with me that this is the trend line that was broken, and then this breakout happened. Now from daily, let's go to 4 hours. You can see this very steep climb in 4 hours. On 4 hours, we will give it another trend line also from here to here, making a proper base. And then from 4 hours, we'll shift to 1 hour. On 1 hour, things like this, it becomes further steep. So there's one trend line over here. And then there's another one from here, which is very steep. It works out like this. Again, you're probably able to tell from the way I'm talking about this what my thoughts are. We'll go from 1 hour to 30 minutes. No further lines in my view are required. I'll leave this chart like this. I'll just view it once in 15 minutes time frame also. Everything looks correct for me. This up move is very steep for my liking. I'm expecting the market to retrace. Even for it going up, I think the retracement will give it a healthy bounce. So retracement at this stage is what I think should happen, but it cannot happen also. It can further go up for another week or 2 weeks. Anything is possible in the markets. So we need to keep our eyes and ears open and trade what we see, not what we think. All right. Let's not get into individual stocks today because I will probably start then giving you my views on individual stocks and what I think about them. Even if I want to not discuss them, I think it will just come out. So let's not get into individual stocks. But this is basically how things look for me. What I can, instead of that, do is maybe I can discuss crude and see if I have not drawn. Oh, crude, I've already drawn a lot of levels. So maybe I'll get rid of everything and let's do a quick view on crude. So crude on the monthly time frame is a very complex chart. Okay, crude looks like this. I will take this as the bottom. And this would have been the first. The first trend line would have been like this. Of course, it makes no sense now because we have gone past this drop. So drawing this will make no sense now. We'll get rid of it because the time for that has passed. So now we will take this bottom and we will give it a baseline like this, or maybe even not that. We will give it a baseline from this bottom. All right. Let's say this is the current baseline on the monthly format. Let's not go before that. It makes no sense now because what had to happen has already happened. Okay, now from weekly we'll go to monthly. Monthly looks like this. I can clearly see a trend line over here. This one. Actually it goes like this, then it's gone above and then come below. So what we will do is we'll shrink it. We'll take it from here, not from there. Okay. Let's keep it like this for the time being. Alright, these two touch points will be it. And then from weekly we'll come to daily. Things are looking like this in daily. So I can see over here that there is a trend line kind of happening over here, and crude is trying to break out. So maybe in the next couple of days we will see a up move in crude. Crude has already taken a beating in the last couple of months. So anyways, so this is the daily format. In the daily time you can see that it is in a downtrend. I think it's consolidating over here. This is the consolidation zone. I think from here you can see over here clear cut consolidation happening. I think from here it's now getting ready to take the upward flight. All right, I'll give it another baseline in the daily format over here. I'll call this the new base in the daily format, and then go on to our 4 hours. Nothing much I think is required in 4 hours as of now. We can just filter this line a little more in terms of touch points. Yep, looks like this. It's getting ready for a up move. According to me, crude is getting ready for an up move. 1 hour time frame, things look like this. Again, I can draw a trend line over here, assuming that this is a new base that it has formed. If it goes below that, then we will think about it going, but I don't think it will go below that now. So it's going up, I think, in an Elliott wave move, 0 to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For people who don't know what an Elliott wave is, it's like this: 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, and now this fifth, I think, will continue and go something like that. All right. So crude, I'm bullish. I've just shown you why I'm bullish. From 1 hour, I can go down to 30 minutes. I will not further draw any lines, even though if I want, I can draw this line over here, making that this is the current top, and maybe it'll consolidate over here and then give a breakout in 15 minutes time frame. Things look like this. I will leave it probably on the hourly or on the half an hour time frame. Let me leave it on the half an hour time frame. So for me, crude looks like this. I think it's ready for a breakout. I'll save this. Let's have a quick look at natural gas also. Let me get rid of all my current drawings, and I'll go to the monthly format. In natural gas, things look like this. Again, a very steep climb. Will be difficult to draw a line in this steep climb. So we'll go to from weekly. Let's go to from monthly. We'll go to weekly and start working on weekly. In this case, we'll forget about the month. So I can see one trend line over here like this. Alright, and then from weekly we'll go to daily, and in the daily we can see that another trend emerged after that. Let me just slightly adjust this trend line. So this trend line will look like this. Proper touch points over here, and then what it has done is it has got another trend line that you can draw from here, touching these 2 points. It's just making more basis for itself. Just hold on. Yeah, so it'll look like this. Then from daily I'll go to 4 hour time frame. This will further go from year to year. Even this, you can see, is trying to do an up move, but I think a head and shoulder kind of thing may be forming. I'll just explain this to you why I say that. I may be wrong, but see, shoulder, head, shoulder. From here, anything can happen. It can break down or go up. Both are possible. So anyways, what I saw, I told you. From here, we'll go to 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, we can clearly see a trend. This is the trend. Maybe it'll touch all the points if I draw it from here. Yeah, pretty much looks like the trend. This is close enough, so we'll leave that. From 1 hour, we'll go to 30 minutes. I don't think any further thing is required. I think this is going to go up. In 30 minutes, I can draw this like this and then wait for it to break out. I think most likely it's going to go up. Even natural gas is going to go up. I'll just give it a quick look at in the 15 minutes time frame. No, all looks good. I will leave things on the 30 minutes time frame. So this is the view I hold on NG. A little bit of a complex chart. I think crude will go up, but NG I'm not too sure, and we will see. I mean, we just need to be ready for whichever direction it takes. The way it's looking from here is, I think this also is ready to go up. It consolidated very well. This was the day that the inventory came out. It was more than expected. It consolidated very well. It's gone up. It's consolidating. I think this is going to further break out, and it will face resistance somewhere at this 359 levels. So we have got another 10-15 points, I think, for a 44, 54, 50, 15 points of travel. I think it'll face resistance over here at 52, and then it crosses that, then it'll face resistance at 59. So let's see. I think first targets will be about 8 points in this current session, and then if that goes well, and then that will be about 15 points from the current location. So that's how you work on trend lines, guys. I hope you are able to see the kind of workings. We are trying to zoom in on the charts from a monthly perspective right down to a 30 or 15 minute perspective and see where the trend is going. It gets more interesting if I get into individual stocks, but I just don't want to do that because I don't think SEBI allows for people who are not registered to comment on stocks. But yeah, you can try this on you can do a homework. Try this on the top 20 index stocks and the top 20 banking stocks and see where you get at. All right. So this is how we zoom in. We go from monthly to weekly to daily, from daily to 4 hours, and from 4 hours to 1 hour, from 1 hour to 30 minutes, and go down to as low as 15 minutes to see what the charts are trying to tell us. All right. I hope you will get some idea on trend lines from here and what kind of breakouts we're looking at. It can either be breakouts or breakdown. I will give up hope on this NG. If this is breaking, then it's going to further fall. That's my view on NG. On crude, I told you clearly my view is it's going to go up. I'll just save this NG. Crude, my view is it's going to go up from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it's going to break out in my view. So I'll be waiting for that breakout to happen in crude. Let me just shrink this. Yeah, I'll keep my crude chart like this, and I'm going to wait out. It's only now going to face resistance at 6065 in my view. So from current level, it can easily travel about 6065, right? It can easily go to about, crude can climb about 160 points easy, 160, 170 points easy from its current level. I think it will do that in the next 10-15 days. Let's wait and see. All right. So that's how you zoom in, guys. I hope that you find this video useful. You get to learn how to use trend lines. Trend lines is the very core of trading. Once you get good at understanding trend lines, things become a little easier for you on many counts. You will get better at swing and positional. You will get better at intraday. You will get better at your knowledge of charts generally if you start drawing trend lines on a chart. Whenever you get some free time, open the indices or open stocks that you like, and then start drawing trend lines. Try to zoom in from a higher time frame to a lower time frame, and the chart will tell you what exactly it's thinking, is my point of view. All right. On that note, I hope you all are having a good weekend. I'll end this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're already a subscriber, consider becoming a member on the channel by clicking on the join button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe to the channel and share this video with your family and friends. Click on the like button. It motivates us to make more videos for you. Also subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description in all our videos. And members have access to the WhatsApp channel as well. Also, you will find our Amazon affiliate link given in the description. Click on that and buy all your Amazon products from our Amazon affiliate link. You will not be paying anything extra, but we make a small commission every time you make a purchase through our affiliate link. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.